Welcome to the Confidence Tea Podcast, where we brew up inspiration, self-discovery, and a sprinkle of empowerment, all over a cup of tea. Please welcome your host, Virginie Madiston. Virginie is a passionate advocate for personal growth and wellness, blending the art of tea with the journey of confidence. With a background in psychology, theology, and coaching, she believes every sip of tea can lead to a transformed mind, edified soul, and activated confidence. So get ready to steep yourself in uplifting conversations, insightful stories, and practical wisdom. Without further ado, here's your host of the Confidence Tea Podcast, Virginie Madiston.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Confidence Tea Podcast. I'm your host, Gigi, and we are getting ready to have an amazing conversation tonight. If this is your first time tuning in, say hello and welcome. I'm going to get started really quick. I want to give you an opportunity to grab your favorite cup of tea so you can have this conversation with me and my guest, Miss Namika Craig. And so I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Grab your favorite cup of tea. That way we can have this amazing conversation. Tonight, I think I'm drinking. What am I drinking tonight? So tonight I am drinking, let me see, this is turmeric. So grab your favorite cup of tea. Come join us on this conversation. I'm going to give you some time. Go ahead and grab your favorite cup of tea. Join us. Come on in. Say hello. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And I do want to make an announcement. So we are getting ready to have our Sip and Celebrate event for Gigi Inc. We're celebrating 8 years of helping girls to ignite confidence in our community. So that event is going to take place November the 30th. And that's going to be at the Boca Golf and Country Club in Boca Raton, Florida. So come out, come show us your support. Come celebrate with Gigi Inc. We are a nonprofit confidence building organization for adolescent girls. And so you are invited. I want you to come out, come say hello, come meet some of the girls. You'll get a chance to meet some of our previous scholarship recipients. Some of our new brand ambassadors will be there. So come out. It's going to be a great time. You're going to get to try some confidence tea. We have a variety of flavors that's going to that we're going to have. And so come out and come show your support. So I'll be waiting. I'll see you there. All right, everyone. So we're going to jump right into our show for tonight. And so I want to introduce to you someone who is very near and dear to my heart. She's a friend, sister, mentor. Miss Namika Craig is in the house, and I want to tell you a little bit about her before I bring her on. So Namika Turk Craig is an empowerment maven, personal development consultant, and published author of Girl, Affirm Yourself. She's a dynamic, highly sought after transformational speaker who prides herself on empowering individuals to live their best lives through self-affirmation, self-discovery, self-awareness, self-assurance, apologetically, and on purpose. Namika empowers and equips visionary women in leadership to break emotional barriers, build confidence, execute goals, and monetize their gifts without compromising character or conforming to societal norms. She is the CEO of Namika Enterprises, LLC, a personal development and content creation service company launched in 2017. Namika earned a certification in entrepreneurship through the Operation Hope Entrepreneurs Training Program in 2019. She became a certified fatherless daughter advocate through the Fatherless Daughter Network in 2021, with 2 decades of expertise in empowerment, dominating 5 sold-out multi-city tours, illuminating the virtual event spaces and numerous guest appearances. She's equipped nearly 10,000 women through her unique signature program, Tap Into the Power of You program. So please welcome to Confidence Tea, Namika Craig.
Hey girl, hey.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. How are you, Virginie?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm just so excited to have you on. I always tell people you have been just so instrumental to me in my career and, what I do. And you have always been just a mentor, a sister, a friend. And so I very much appreciate you and all the amazing things that you're doing. So it's a pleasure to have you on. I'm so excited to dive into this conversation with you tonight.
Thank you for having me. It is a pleasure to be here. I love you so much. You know that.
I love you too. So tonight we are talking about the confident woman era, thriving with God-given authority, authenticity, and audacity. So let's break that down for the people, Namika. Let's break that title apart.
Let's break it down. Let me break that down for you. Hey, y'all. Hey, I am Namika of Namika Enterprises. Some of you may be familiar with me and some of you are not. Well, get to know me tonight because we are connected. I believe in divine connections, and whoever Virginia is connected to, I connect with. And whoever I connect with, Virginia connects with. We're all about connection and collaboration over here.
Yes, we are.
Women do. That's what women do. Confident girls turn into confident women. So tonight I want to talk to you about the Confident Woman Era. What is the Confident Woman Era? It is a program that I am launching. It is a cohort. And where did I come up with that Confident Woman Era? Trial and error. Trial and error.
That's how it happens sometimes, though.
Yeah, moving from one season of life into another one. And I said, one day I'm moving into my confident woman era. And I had to think, what does that really mean to me? What does that mean for me? The confident woman era. And that means I'm moving out of an era where I was once insecure, an era where I wasn't sure. Mm-hmm. Maybe I was confused. It's whatever era that you may be in right now that was once keeping you stagnant. We all have them. I don't care what degree we have. I don't care what accolades we have, what our professions are. We move from one era to another one. Let's talk about God-given authority. We have authority as believers, not only to speak those things that be not as though they already are. But we have been created with an ability to create and obtain everything that we desire and that we can envision. God has created us. We are built with an innate ability, a divine ability to move from one era to another. But sometimes circumstances may keep us stuck in one era longer than we need to be. Can you relate to that?
I can definitely relate. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be here. And you have to go through those seasons though, because I'm sure you appreciate the previous, journey that you were on when you walk into that confident woman era. You appreciate where you came from. And so sometimes I think it takes that part where we're being, pruned and molded, the part that doesn't feel so good, before we can be or walk in that confident woman era.
Yes, before we can walk in true confidence, we have to embrace the chapter before. Yeah. Before we move into the confident woman era, we have to take note, we have to take evaluation, we have to take inventory, we have to evaluate, we have to assess and reassess where we came from. We have to look at the parts of our lives that was not working and without fear, because if fear is set in, we have to determine what fear is holding us. It's levels. It's like an onion. It's levels to stepping into before you step into your true confident woman era. So we have the authority, but sometimes we don't even know how to use that authority. That authority is here. That authority is in our mouth, and it starts here. It starts with being transformed by the renewing of our mind, changing the mindset. Because anything that we think first, we begin to see it and visualize it. That's negative or positive. And then when we see it and visualize it, we begin to speak about it. It comes out of our mouths. And then when it comes out of our mouths, we're enticed to do a deed. We take an action or no action. Sometimes we allow the fear to keep us in bondage, so we don't act on the vision. So when I say we have the authority, we do have the authority to speak, and we have the authority to act on the faith when we develop the faith to act out. And then we have I call it the authenticity is the partner to confidence. They're partners, they're a tag team. They are in partnership, in unison with one another. Because a lot of people think that confidence is vanity. It's about what we look, what we wear, how we walk, how we talk. It's a part of it. We're going to move into that. That's character. That's character. Confidence is a self-assurance.
Yes.
Confidence is being certain of who you are, why you are, what you're supposed to be doing, whose you are. First, let's go back to that.
Yeah,
whose you are. Because that's what gives us the confidence. Because everything about who we are is written in God's word. We're already affirmed. Girl, affirm yourself is about seeing yourself through God's eyes. That's the authority. Then there comes the authenticity. Show up as you are. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to fake it to make it. I believe in faithing it to make it.
Faith it till you make it. That's right. Faith it till you make it. No more faking,
Faith
ladies.
it. No more faking.
No more faking it. Let's faith it. Let's have faith and walk and do those things that we're called to do.
Yeah. Authenticity says, I know I'm not perfect. Authenticity, your authentic self says, I know that I need to work on this, or I know that I need to work on that, but I'm still going to show up and do that which I have perfected. I know that there's room for growth, but here I am.
Absolutely.
Don't judge me.
Here I
am.
Period.
Period, poo, or whatever the young people say. Are they still saying that? Period, poo.
I don't know. Sometimes I hear it. Sometimes it comes out to me out of nowhere. I'm just like, period. Like that sounds like I just need to pause right there.
Yeah. Pause right there. Put a pause on it. God gave me during a time of sabbatical, and I'm using it still now, called pause and pray. When you say a pause, it reminds me of that pause and pray. Sometimes you just need to pause and pray before you move into your confident woman era so that you can get that confidence, build that confidence up. Build that confidence up so that you can be your authentic self. When you are your authentic self, people appreciate you more.
Absolutely.
Girl, she bold and she'll say anything, but I appreciate her truth. I appreciate her realness.
Exactly. And I think there's something to be said about when a woman walks into a room and she knows who she is and she can walk in her authenticity. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be the best dressed. You don't have to be, but there is something like I always tell people, confidence is the best outfit that you could rock.
It is the best look, girl. It is the best.
You can just rock that thing. Whichever way you move, it flows with you.
It flows with you.
And so put on your coat of confidence, ladies. Like,
I love it.
In that confident era, I'm calling for all of us to put on a coat. If it's going to be winter, right? So it's like it's getting cold, a little chilly. So before you leave out the door, put on your coat of confidence. Let's
put on your coat of confidence.
Confident woman era.
I like that. Walk into your confident woman era with your coat, your cloak, your coat of confidence. I love that.
I know you about to come up with a whole. You gonna call me? I'm coming up with a whole series on
the coat of confidence. The coat of confidence this winter. Walk out, step out with your coat of confidence, because here's why. Let's continue breaking it down. After authenticity is audacity. Have the audacity to walk in the room. Have the audacity to walk in with your head high.
Yes.
Have the audacity to walk in with a smile. Because what an authentic woman, a confident, authentic woman does is she demands and commands attention without saying a word. And it's the right type of attention. It's the right type of attention. When a confident woman walking boldly in her confident woman era, she's walking in purpose. She's walking in the room with purpose written all over her. So anyone walking in purpose needs to have the audacity, because I'm here for a reason. Walk in like God sent you. Wherever you are, if it's to the mailbox. If it's to the mailbox.
I love that. The audacity.
Everywhere that you walk, have the audacity to enter. Have the audacity to exit too. If you're not in the right room, have the audacity to walk out.
Because you may not be called to every room.
Not called to every room.
Hello, somebody. And so you might need the audacity to walk out.
Strut out. Run out if you need to.
Absolutely. Yes. Authority, authenticity, and audacity. Yes.
That's a power trio for the confident woman. That's a power trio. And if you look at any woman walking in her truth, you can see those 3 characteristics. You can see them. If you see any woman walking in her truth, making power moves, and let me tell you, to make power moves, to be a powerhouse woman doesn't mean that you're on large platforms. It doesn't mean that you are in the lights, in the limelight. That is not what we mean when we talk about confidence and authenticity. We're talking about in whatever lane that you are running in as a confident woman, whether it's a boardroom, a classroom, courtroom, if it's in a janitorial room, you do it with confidence.
Yes.
You do it with confidence and authenticity, and have the audacity to be proud of yourself.
Absolutely.
Even when we have room for growth, have the audacity to operate in the truth that you stand in right now.
Right now. That's it.
Right now. It's about the current, because you can't get to there. You can't get any further without being in the current, in the present. The present is a gift.
Yeah.
Thinking of
and we have to do more appreciating ourselves where we are. Yes. Where we are, appreciating the journey, because sometimes it is the journey where the lessons are learned. It's the journey that turns you into that confident woman. You know, if I had never been insecure, I wouldn't know what a confident woman looked like. I wouldn't know how to have the audacity. It's because of where I've been through, you know, where I come from. You know, the struggle. It's the struggle that prepares you for that audacity.
It prepares you. That's preparation. That's the preparation.
Absolutely.
The struggle that, and I love to say this as a writer, I tell people who wish to write, it's the ugly part of your story that makes the difference. The parts you don't want to share, the parts you don't want anyone to know.
That's what they need to know.
That's what people need to know. And you could tell that story without telling all the details. But people need to know. This is why authenticity is important for the confident woman, because people need to know that you are relatable. I had someone to tell me that I shouldn't teach the message of being relatable. Oh, yes, I should. Because when I flip through the pages of that Bible, I know either myself or someone that I know can relate to a story in that word.
Absolutely.
There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. So we need to be relatable to people, because we overcome by the words of our testimony. And we tell our testimonies of truth, our testimonies from struggle to triumph, from trial to triumph. We need to let people know you're not going through this alone. There are other people in the world that are going through this same exact situation or trial. I've been through it. I came through it. I've overcome it. So can you.
Absolutely.
That's
So
what
can
the
you.
confident woman era is about. So can you.
Mhm. And there's something about a confident woman where she does not mind sharing. She doesn't mind being
Mhm.
relatable. When you walk in true confidence, it's easy for you to tell people where you come from. It's
Mhm.
easy for you to share those parts because you know that it is that part of you that allows you to be more confident. And
Yeah.
so there's something about just embracing that journey like nothing else when you reach that place of true confidence, when you're in
Mhm.
your confident woman era, I would call it. I would
Mhm.
say like that is a place of serenity, and that is a place where you can truly appreciate, and you can teach people where you come from and what you've been through and
Yes.
how to get, like, come with me. I always talk about the story. I don't know if I ever shared with you, but the story about the bike. And I said, growing up, like if you have a bike and
Mhm.
you have a neighbor that always comes and wants to borrow your bike or whatnot, and one day all of a sudden your bike is stolen or it's missing, it's gone, and now you feel what that person must have felt, not to have a bike of their own.
Yeah.
And so confidence, I feel like, is the same thing because I've dealt with insecurity and I know what it's like to not have confidence. So I want you to have your own bike. I want
Mhm.
you to have confidence like I have confidence because I know how it feels like when you are dealing with insecurity, when you're
Mhm.
dealing with low self-esteem, when you don't
Mhm.
want to look at yourself in the mirror or it's difficult or you're critical of
Yes.
your body.
Mhm.
And so I don't want you to have to go through that because I've been through that and I know that feeling, and that feeling is not good. And so
Yeah.
I want to bring as many women to that confident woman era. I want to get to that where we're having a party in our
Yes.
confident.
Confident woman era party.
Yes,
Um,
we're having a confident woman era party because we're leaving those former things behind. We're leaving low self-esteem behind. We're leaving insecurity behind.
yes.
We're leaving, negative mindsets behind. And so
Yes.
in that confident woman era, like if I could just picture it, if we could
Mhm.
just create a room, a party, a show, like we're bringing in all of the amazing qualities. We're
Yeah.
bringing in the things that we want to share. We're bringing in sisterhood. We're
Yes.
bringing in, positivity. We're bringing in affirmations. Girl, affirm yourself. Like we're
Yes.
bringing that into the confident woman era. And it's an exciting place to be. Like,
It's
can you
very
imagine with me?
exciting.
Can you guys imagine with me, like, what would
Yes.
that confident woman era party be like? Like, I can imagine a whole bunch of women like embracing sisterhood,
Mhm.
celebrating each other,
Mhm.
being welcoming. I don't need to
Yes.
know you, but I connect with you, you know?
Yes.
And so there's something to be said about connecting and complimenting. It's
Complimenting. Can't forget
okay.
it.
Yeah, it's okay to give somebody a compliment, ladies. Like,
Mhm.
come
Mhm.
on. Like, can we shout out a sister every once in a while? Like, can we give them their flowers while they are still living? Do we have to
Mhm.
wait till somebody dies to come to the funeral and bearing bouquets and whatnot? Give them their flowers while they can still
Yes.
smell them. Give me
Mhm.
my flowers while I can smell
Mhm.
them. Don't be coming up
Yes.
to my funeral talking about some Gigi, you were amazing, and you never once liked the video. I'm gonna raise up out that casket and be like, you
That's
were
right.
lying, and the truth ain't in you.
Go down there and hit that little button.
Like that post.
Like that
Share that
post. Share
video.
it with
Share
somebody
that
in the
quote.
messenger. Yeah. I love it. You articulated very well what the confident woman era is. Imagine a room full of women congregating, fellowshipping, high camaraderie, smiling, laughing, complimenting each other, networking, praying for each other, speaking words of affirmation, being honest about how they're feeling today, without complaining. But when we ask the question, how are you today? Do we really mean it? I do.
Yes.
Let me know how you're feeling because I'm gifted to be able to speak life into you if you can't do it for yourself right now. We need that. We need that type of spirit around us in the atmosphere. Don't be afraid to compliment people if they have something that you don't have. Your day is coming.
Exactly.
Your day is
Exactly.
coming.
Exactly. And that's very important. I think I just said that to somebody the other day. And I said, everything happens in due season.
Due season.
And sometimes it's not your season. So
Mm-hmm.
don't sweat the small stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like to be around people that are being blessed. Like, listen,
Mm-hmm.
you get married. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there with you because
Mm-hmm.
I want to get married too.
Yes.
And I know if he raining on you, a little trickle gonna fall on me.
A little trickle gonna fall on you, huh?
If it's raining, you can't be around people and it's raining and you don't get wet.
That's right. I love that analogy.
Yeah, and so I always tell people like be happy for people in their season.
And
because you want people to celebrate you in your season.
Mm-hmm.
So I show up for people in their season because I truly believe when my season come, I want a big party. Like
that's right. I'll be there.
I want everybody to celebrate with me, but more than anything, I want people to look and say, she deserves that. Like I don't want nobody to I don't want to if it's not mine, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to
I don't want what anybody else has.
She ain't deserve that. Oh, she just got that. No, I want it authentically.
Yes, authentic.
Right? And I want to have the audacity to say, welcome to my confident woman party.
Yes.
Because I have earned it. There's something to be said about when you go through things and you finally, it's almost like running a race. And you're running and you're running and you're running and you finally cross that finish line, like that breath, that second wind that you get after you accomplish something that you felt was insurmountable. You were like, I cannot run this 5 mile or this 5K or whatever, but you actually do it. And the amazing feeling that you get, like nobody, no money, no, like nothing can give that to you.
Nothing.
There's nothing like satisfaction, like true satisfaction, when you feel like I have done the thing.
Yeah. We talked about this a little bit over the weekend. So I have a group, you're familiar with the Empty Nester Moms here in Middle Tennessee, and my Girl Affirm Yourself organization in Atlanta. So I have combined the two. And we celebrated this past weekend. I hosted a girls' giving in Atlanta, and some of the ladies from Tennessee joined us, and we hiked Kennesaw Mountain. And we made it. We made it to the top.
Girl, I'm glad you didn't invite me, honey, because
it was funny. You hear me? It was funny.
I would have been like, Lamika, you want me to do what now?
Look, the person who I did it was, I had to coach them all the way up to the mountain. I had to stop her from quitting. Like, girl, this was your idea.
You better come on.
I am from the deep wood sticks down south Alabama, back road country, hogs and pigs and dirt roads, and I don't like outside. So, girl, we going up this mountain today. You got me out here in these woods. And I like what you said about achievement, a sense of achievement. When we do the unthinkable, the unimaginable, the what looks to be impossible, that is a confidence booster out the world. When you do something that you have to press your way through, do you know how many times the first time I went to Kennesaw Mountain, I didn't make it up there. I went out there and I went a little bit, took me some pictures, and went and waited on the rest of the ladies to come down the mountain. This time, I was determined because I set my mind to say anything for the rest of this year and going into 2025, it is completion.
Yes.
I'm not going to start anything else and don't complete it. So I'm going to make it up this mountain. We're going up this mountain because we came out here. We're not going to attempt to do it. We're going to achieve this goal today. And this is the mindset. And this was a talk that I gave the sisterhood, that when we get up this mountain, think about the journey that we took. Think about the rests and the pit stops we took. This is the same journey in life. We're trying to get to the mountaintop. Mm-hmm. There are several detours and delays. Sometimes we have to take a stop and rest, but we will not quit. And when we make it to the top of this mountain, we're going to take this achievement mindset into 2025. Mm-hmm. My word this year for 2025 is we're going to thrive in 2025.
I love it.
It was soar in 2024, so we can thrive in 2025.
You hear that, ladies? I hope you guys are like, we're giving gems. We dropping gems on the Confidence T podcast.
Yes. And I got my, Persia brought me where's the camera, girl? I'm look, the camera on my laptop to have me all confused. I do a lot on my phone, but when I'm on this laptop, I be like
listen, I know the camera. Like my eyes be everywhere.
My eyes be like this.
Listen, and that goes to show you, even doing this podcast, I'm a moment of transparency and authenticity. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to do it. I don't like people really think that I like being on camera, Namika. I do not like being on camera. Like, I really don't.
I understand. If you notice, I probably only been live twice in 2024.
People just think Gigi just get up and she just no, it's walking, but it's something about walking in purpose, authority, authenticity, and audacity. And yes, I have the audacity to get on here sometimes. My hair be looking crazy.
That's all right though.
But I feel like God has given me something to say. And sometimes sometimes it's not even about me. Sometimes it's bringing other people on the platform that have something to say. So I may not be the best orator. I may not be, but I'm walking in my confident woman era.
You are.
So I'm comfortable in that. Like, I'll get on here looking a hot mess to give y'all a message.
Yeah. And that's authenticity, because in reality, let's talk about how social media is not going anywhere. Content creation is not going anywhere. Content creation is the way of the world, and it will continue to be that way.
Absolutely.
And as much as AI is a thing right now, I like authentic intelligence.
Absolutely.
I don't want artificial intelligence. So we're not made up. We don't sit around our houses made up all the time. We know how to present ourselves when we go out.
Sure do.
So we will get online presentable, because a confident woman always does. Right? Okay.
Hello.
We ain't getting on here with the bonnet on. We ain't doing that.
I won't do it, ladies. I won't come up in here.
Yeah.
I'm a little put together.
But if it's a little stress out of the way or something, if it ain't all the way together, I don't have on makeup, this is authentically me. And I got a baldy on here. Y'all know I'll get on here with my baldy. One day I got on hair and the next day I don't. 1 minute it might be down here, it might be up there. That is authentic. This is me. Love me for who I am, because I love me. And that's how you teach people to love you, is how you love yourself.
Absolutely.
When you appreciate yourself, other people will appreciate you.
And that is so true. I celebrate. And let me tell you, everywhere I go, people know I celebrate. I have Gigi Day, 22nd of every month. Everybody knows Gigi Day. And whenever I find myself in a new place, new city, new job, whatever, I was telling, today's Gigi Day, honey. So now to the point where I go to work and my coworkers, like, they will literally, like, they'll bring me, snacks, they'll buy me breakfast. They'll be like, it's Gigi Day.
Gigi Day.
Sometimes I forget, because I've been doing it so long. And I tell people, create a day for you. Gigi Day, and this is my story for Gigi Day, but it's literally because I feel like I get ripped off of presents, because my birthday is December 22nd, 3 days before Christmas, and y'all be trying to jip me. Y'all be trying to give me one gift and say happy birthday, Merry Christmas, or Merry Christmas, happy belated birthday. So I came up with something where I can, make up for lost time. And so Gigi Day is the 22nd of every month. So please send your flowers, send your gift cards, send your cash.
I
Yes,
love
I
it.
celebrate the 22nd of every month. But I challenge you ladies to have a day for you. And it's not about expensive things. It's not. Sometimes on Gigi Day, I just want to lay in bed and relax and reflect. And sometimes I just want a piece of cake. Sometimes I want that ice cream that I've been putting off because I'm watching the calories, but I want to do something for me. I want to practice self-care. I want to remind self that this day is all about me. And I challenge you ladies to do that. Give yourself a day. The 22nd is taken. That's my day.
Listen, you see, I just wrote, I took notes. So my birthday is December 17th.
So listen, the 17th.
I am going to make the 17th of every month Peaches Day because that's my nickname.
Yes, do it for
you about to start a trend, Gigi.
Listen, I used to throw these Gigi Day parties. I would do these shindigs where I would do like invite a massage therapist, facials, and I would do it all the time. And it's been a while. Maybe I'll bring them back. I don't know. But and maybe we'll do something on the show or something. But literally, like, my whole thing it wasn't about me. It was getting people up and when I was in the beauty industry, I realized women oftentimes we don't celebrate ourselves as much as we should. And we don't take pride in who we are, the struggles we've overcome as much as we should. And I remember putting makeup on this lady, and I said, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful." And she said to me, "No one has ever said that to me before." And I thought, that's a problem. And she was like 60. I'm like, what? And so I took that liberty on, educating clients when they would come in for their facials and they would come in for me to do makeup or whatever. I would take that time to really pour into them and tell them that, yes, you are beautiful. Yes, you are a masterpiece. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter how many lines, those lines and those wrinkles, they define you. That's wisdom, honey.
Yes, that's wisdom. I love to be around an old soul. Yes. That's interesting. No one has ever said she's beautiful. So she wasn't used to being complimented.
She was not used to being complimented. And so I challenge us as women to take that and to erase that. Like, let's eradicate women not being complimented, not being able to compliment each other. Like, let's change. Like, as we go into this confident woman era, just know, Namika, I'm gonna be using the confident woman era.
Yeah, let's enter in. You are welcome into the confident woman era. And here's how we're entering. I wanted to elaborate a little more on that, complimenting women. I'm very intentional about complimenting women. For example, tonight I went to a local networking event that happens every Monday, and I meet someone divine and someone new at every one. But tonight I kept admiring this young lady. She had on denim on denim, and she was really cute, quiet, reserved, and I complimented her on her pants. She had on some very cute denim bell bottoms. And I went over and shook her hand and introduced myself, and she was a little hesitant at first. But we ended up walking out together, and we ended up talking about Girl From Yourself. And she said that this was her first time coming out to the networking event. She's been here for 2 years. And I told her about my empty nester mom movement. And she's like, I'm an empty nester mom. And she's looking for a sisterhood. She's looking for somebody to get her out of the house. And I was like, well, girl, come on. And we meet every month. Come on out with us as much as you can. She's like, well, not really an empty nester. I was like, women, period. I was like, it is entitled. Our target lady is empty nester moms. But if you are a woman and you are looking for your tribe, come on, girl, and hang out with us. And she's an empty nester. She has adult children. They're just not all the way out of the home yet. And we have several of those women in the organization.
I love that.
Don't be afraid to compliment people because this is a conversation starter for
Absolutely.
one. However, I love to see women doing their thing. Like, I love to see beautiful women. I love to see people dress nice.
I love it. I love it. I love to compliment and tell you, honey, if I was a size 2, I would borrow that dress.
Yes, like whatever you see that's on your sister girl, when you see her, you don't know what type of day she's had, or week, or month, or year. And that compliment could shoot her confidence, could pick her up out of the slumps.
Absolutely.
So, ladies, hey girl, come in for a minute. Quick word. Listen for a minute. Be intentional about giving compliments. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to take anything away from you. If anything, it adds to your value. It adds to you as a confident woman, because one confident woman, an affirmed woman, can always affirm another woman.
Absolutely.
So be intentional about these two things. Mean it and be prepared to minister, to uplift, to speak life into someone when you ask them, how are you today? Don't let it be cliche. Mean it when you ask, how are you today? Take time out to listen, pause, and give them an opportunity to say, I'm good. Or if they're a little hesitant, you sure?
Sometimes that's all they're waiting for.
Yeah, someone who cares. A confident woman is caring, compassionate, and concerned.
Yes.
Those are three of, I operate off care, compassion, and concern. And those are 3 qualities that are required in my organization.
Yes.
I have a department for care, compassion, and concern. So we have to be intentional in our confident woman era, because it's not just about us. Purpose is not about us.
Not at all.
It's not about self.
Wow, that's amazing. So powerful. So much to unpack, Namika. I gotta just have you. We gotta do like 3 episodes.
I'd love to. Oh, that second thing was complimenting. Don't forget that. The second thing is be intentional about complimenting. When you walk in a room or you leaving a room and you notice a pair of shoes that you like, oh, I like those shoes. If you like them, let them know you like them.
Yes. Tell me you like something. And you know what's funny? Whenever people give me compliments, like I have taken off earrings and given it to people. I have built so many relationships because I believe in sewing. I believe in giving. I'm a giver at heart. I will take off. I have left places with no shoes on because I remember I went somewhere and somebody complimented my shoes. I said, girl, take them. My feet are killing me. I'm never going to wear these again. Take them off my hands. And left barefooted. I have. So you never know. Sometimes even in that compliment, you don't know where a blessing lies. I've complimented people and they've bought me whatever I complimented them on. And that's true. And I don't give compliments, to get anything.
Yeah, not to get anything in return.
But sometimes you'll be surprised, because I'm always willing to give and to gift. And so you never know. You never know what a compliment can be the start of a brand new relationship. It can be the start of your confident woman era.
Yeah. Step into that confident woman era. I would say when women compliment each other, it shows unity. It signifies unity, especially in our race. It debunks the myth that women are catty and women can't get along and women are jealous of each other. We can't collaborate. It debunks that myth because it is a myth.
Absolutely.
All of us are not like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And everything's a seed. I wanted to say that when you talk about giving. So when we give compliments, expect to reap a harvest. You might step around the corner and somebody compliments you. Or next week you could be in a funk. And you need to be complimented. Maybe you're not being complimented at home. There are so many women who are married or in relationships and their spouses aren't, They don't know how to compliment them, and women are lacking.
Yes.
You would be surprised at the number of women that their spouses don't compliment.
Absolutely.
You know, things get stale or old in the
Mhm.
relationship and the marriage, and women are out there looking to be complimented.
Yes.
I tell you also, sometimes, that's Holy Spirit. I'm gonna tell you a testimony of when I was single, and God, I was hidden. I didn't know that I was hidden. Now, I'm accustomed to compliments. I'm accustomed to compliments. Men, women, everybody compliments me. Um, and there was a season where I wasn't getting compliments. It was messing with my self-esteem. I was single.
Oh,
What?
I went through that.
I'm going to the club with my friends and cousins, and all the guys talking to them. They ain't talking about me
Ain't
so
nobody saying a
much.
word. You're not
Like,
hearing a peep.
like I ain't got no drink. Like, I know I'm fine. What's going on?
Woo.
And I heard God had hidden me.
Mhm.
I was hidden at that time. I didn't need no compliments because they probably been blowing up my head at the time. So, ladies, there's a season for everything. Even if you aren't receiving compliments, what are you supposed to be doing?
Mm.
You are supposed to be in that mirror complimenting yourself. Girl,
Yes.
about yourself.
Say
So
that.
don't wait on other people to compliment you. A compliment from another person is just confirmation. It's confirmation of what you already know. Remember, we're walking into the confident woman era. You already know that you're beautiful.
Mhm.
A compliment is confirmation of that. It's confirmation of what you already know inside. And it further adds to the value that you hold so that you can continue to share that value with others.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, Namika, this has been like we got to do like 3 more episodes because I mean, we just have so much to unpack with
Mm-hmm.
this, confident woman era and
Mm-hmm.
thriving with God given authority, authenticity, and audacity. We really need to unpack this thing. We might have to do like a series or something. I'm telling you, I'm
Let's
gonna put
do it.
some brain power on it so we can
Let's
really
do
give the
it.
people what they need.
Let's
But
do
thank
it.
you so much for coming in and like I tell people, you and me, we here. And I
Yeah, girl, we
appreciate you
here.
so much. I appreciate you so much for your time. Let everybody know how they can connect with you. That way, we can stay connected.
Yes, you can connect with me on all social media platforms at Namika Speaks. My personal page on Facebook, which is currently deactivated right now, but it is Namika Craig. I was trying to see, was it hyphenated? It's Namika Craig on Facebook. That's my personal page. I am learning TikTok, so you can find me on TikTok at Namika Speaks, Instagram at Namika Speaks, and www.namikaenterprises.com is my website. Check out Girl Affirm Yourself on Amazon. It's a daily devotional that speaks to the mind, heart, and spirit of every woman who wants to see herself through God's eyes. And I want to leave with you this message. And here's how you get to your confident woman era. This is my signature framework. Get in Christ. So you can get more clarity, because when you get more clarity, you can see clearly and it builds your confidence. It gives you the confidence to execute on the vision and the goals that you have, that God has given you. And when you have more clarity and more confidence, it elevates your confidence to where your character becomes elevated. It elevates your character, the quality characteristic that you have to offer, and it increases your currency.
Absolutely. I love that. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to Confidence Tea. Thank you to our guest, Namika Speaks. And I'm like, oh, wait, did I say? I'm talking about your business, Namika Speaks. That's where you can follow her. Namika
Mhm.
Craig. So I want to thank you for tuning in. And as you ladies dive forward, I'm challenging everyone to find your confident woman era. And I want to know about it. So let us know how you're doing and how you're redefining yourself and how you're thriving with God given authority, authenticity, and audacity. Thank you for tuning in to Confidence Tea Podcast. I'm your host, Gigi. And if no one has told you today, I love you. Have a good night.
Right.